Maybe she's immune to attack now. Be advised and warned. Let's just tell her I'm going home. That's a very smart thinking, okay. How did they not found it like last time? Is it the first time when Yuka hands touches ours? I'm afraid of like finding out though. I just got a thought. Oh god. They made her to prepare it. There's slight chance that Yoshki's still alive. They will not be able to approach her. This is like the best, this is like perfect solution. Hello and welcome, Pocket Watch here, and it's about time for another episode of Gore Screaming Show. So we're going to continue, and I hope you're ready because we are going to check out mansion where Yuka, her apparently mother, we'll see who it is, really, and Gore lives in. So yeah, I'm excited and afraid at the same time. So let's just go. Let's see how the story will follow after this. Yeah, there's this eerie song at the beginning. True. More like, not like a song, it's more like just effects, I guess. It's only been a few days since they last visited the mansion. Just as they remembered it, it's surrounded by the foliage, giving it the air of some kind of hideout. Alright. 1 second, I need to cut. Okay, I'm back, sorry. The sun has yet to set, which makes this clearing a solitary bright spot in the otherwise dark woods. Despite that, the house seems almost desolate. A heavy, sticky sort of atmosphere hanging in the air, yeah, just like last time. This place is still as creepy as ever. True. They do exchange glance before taking a slow step forward. It doesn't feel like anyone's around. The air is completely silent, as if even the wind itself refuses to blow in this place. Where did I have that before? We had the same situation in school last time when Kyoji went and saw Gore. So they are definitely inside. They stop before coming to the front door. You were supposed to just watch like it from like outside. Why are you going into like near proximity to this? Oh god. Good question. He tries to peer in through a small window beside the door. Oh, okay. But that's like a few days ago. All he can see is a silent dark room stretched out before him, without a soul inside. Yeah, where's the mother? Is she got scolded by Yuka as she claimed before? Where's Gore, or Yuka, or Yuka's mother? Where is Yoshiki, for that matter? Oh right, Yoshiki went here. That's what we think, at least. Oh, I forgot about that. Thought it's been a while since I read. Decide to go around back. They sneak around the mansion. Kyoji heard this pounding, like it's going to burst. His pulse rose in his ears. Maybe it's because of how quiet this place is. Their footsteps seems terribly loud. What are they going to do if they get caught here? Well, probably die horrible death. They meet Yuka's mother, who seems relatively normal. They should be able to talk their way out of it, but if they meet Yuka, heaven forbid, if they run into Gore, they will be in trouble. I mean, Yuka can pretty much summon Gore, it seems, so it doesn't matter if you find him or her. It's the same outcome. Let me know in the comments if this is the same outcome you think, because I think it's the same outcome. Finding Yuka or Gore is the same thing. Let me know in the comments what do you think. No, he can't let them break his spirit. That's exactly why they mock him. As those thoughts swirl in his mind, he and Takane make it to the back of the mansion. There's what appears to be a kitchen door, but it looks disused as it's covered with thick vines. I should probably have my microphone like that and make it a bit more silent, I think. Sorry, I'm doing this like mid recording, so you may adjust your like settings on audio while watching this, but I need to like actually experiment with like some settings because I'm like way too loud and the audio is like not best, I think. Maybe it's going to be better. I will have to like adjust this like in this part actually as well. Actually, no, I will just cut here so I know where I need to like adjust editing for this. So 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Let's see how this setting will do. That what appears to be kitchen door, but it looks disused as it's covered with thick vines. The weeds here have grown so dense and thick that he and Akana struggle to walk through them. At some point, without him even realizing it, they started holding hands. Her palms feel slightly clammy against his. They ended up cycling back around to the front door. Kyoji cocks his head, disappointed. I guess we really can't... we can't really tell from the outside. Akata seems to be deep in thought. Her expression is grim, her eyes fixed on a spot on the ground. What's wrong, Akana? That's a weird question, actually. What? I'm not getting you. Huh? Oh. Yes, so? What? Yeah? Okay, good point. Don't you have like underground gas here as well, though? Maybe they don't. I mean, it's a small village, maybe they don't have this. I don't think so, but still, people are starting to go all electric, right? Oh, and that's a thing, okay. And she still brew us a tea the other day. That's a good point. Even she suggested this, though Kyoji finds it hard to believe that this mansion would contain some modern appliances. But he says it anyways. Yeah, I mean, how would they make a tea hot otherwise? That question really went out of like nowhere from Akane, but it's actually pretty on point. I'm surprised. Okay. What's your idea? What? I mean, no. That's pretty much a natural thing. I mean, yeah, they have to... Okay, I mean, okay, yeah, they want to like discredit paranormal stuff, okay. I'm not going to be mad. The word came out only after a pause. He gets the feeling that he knows he's harboring the same doubt that she has. Yeah, pretty much. Akana words perfectly voice how Kyoji feels. Unfathomable is the best description of Yuka for Gore for this entire mansion. Feeling a strange chill, Kyoji looks up at the mansion. For now, let's head back. Maybe he ended up going home. Besides, Kyoji is with Akane right now, so he can't afford to be reckless. Yeah, like the first thing was that we should not allow her to go with us, but she would go anyway. So I think she should be satisfied right now that we just check the mansion around, we can't find anyone. Let's just go home. Later, Kyoji can come back here himself if he wants to and check the stuff, because Yuka most likely is not going to harm him. She doesn't seem like the, you know, she just don't want to harm him basically. But she does looks like want to harm Akane. So yeah, that's not fun. Well, she got threatened by Kyoji though, so maybe she will not actually attack her. Maybe she's immune to attack now because of Kyoji. On the other hand, what's his name? Yatsue? On the other hand, Yatsuo's wife was not protected by him. Yeah, so I guess Akame is not also protected by just like Kyoji Fred. What's the agenda with Yuka? Akane looks relieved. Okay, and we just came back. Yoshiki never returned. Well, crap. Kyoji was hoping to find him back at home, sitting there as if nothing had happened, playing the guitar. He was holding onto that faint hope when he came in through the apartment door, but he was only greeted by silence. Yamiko, who returned home holding a plastic bag full of bento boxes, pouts upon learning that Yoshiki isn't home.
なにまたヨシキのやついないのまったくこの大量のお弁当誰が食べるのよ
I hope he's not dead. He's too badass to be dead. He should be like supporting us, basically. He should be like badass support character. Kyoji says nothing, only silently digging into his own bento. Unable to find the right words to say here, he keeps quiet and eats. Also, I don't know if I told this in the previous episode, but you said to me in the comments that the scene that we had in the dream, the nightmare, it's not the case like with Muramasa when like the worst is in the beginning. That's apparently otherwise around. That's like very mild. So yeah. Be advised and warned for the future episodes. Unable to find the right words to say to her, he keeps quiet and eats. Maybe he should have gone into the mansion after all. He returns to his room and falls into his bed, staring up at the ceiling. That's all he can think about. Okay. The way Yoshiki disappeared into the rain with the broken arm, insisting that they don't go looking for him, fills his thoughts. Kyoji doesn't know what Yoshiki is trying to achieve, but there's definitely something pushing him onwards. Also, are these books? They're huge. What the? Look at that. This book is like half size of the guitar. What kind of books are these? What's your idea about these books? Let me know in the comments. What do you think it is? What do you suspect? I wonder. Whatever that is, it must have something to do with Yuka and Gore. Damn it. In irritation, frustration, regret, these emotions gnaw at his heart. The more time goes by, the stronger these emotions became. He can't help but feel that he should have gone inside the mansion after all. They surely would have been better than being tormented by regrets like this. Impatience curses through his body. His relentlessness makes the idea of staying here and doing nothing for even just one more hour completely unbearable. But he feels another emotion too, one that he doesn't want to admit. Recognizing it would cause everything to crumble around him. It would destroy his peaceful daily routine of waking up, having breakfast and going to school with Akane. Things would never go back to normal. Another emotion. Fear, maybe? It would destroy peaceful daily routine, having breakfast, going to school. I guess the fear is the one. Because he's acting all like, you know, cocky and being brave and everything. So I guess like feeling fear is like his like biggest concern right now. God damn it, what I'm supposed to do? He collapsed into his pillow. The night outside was dark, without as much as glimmer of moonlight. The kind of night where someone could really lose himself. Okay. Next day. Wow, she's so silent today. Yeah. As always, Akane comes to walk with him, but he can't even manage a smile. No, that's anything new. He hardly got any sleep last night. When he did manage to doze off, he only ended up jolting awake from strange dreams, so it went again and again. Akana looks quite glum too. We're off, Yamiko-san. When he calls out to her from the door, Yamiko peeks out at him and gestures for him to come closer.
あかねちゃん、おはよう。きょうちゃん、登校前に悪いんだけど、ちょっといい？
Okay, what do you want? Hope it's something useful. What is it?
あのさ、
Yamiko lowers her voice as she puts her face close to Kyoji's. Okay.
よしきのどこに行ったのか、きょうちゃん
Oh, yeah.
ない？
We don't. Actually. We have literally no idea. We just suspected where he went, but we don't know. So if we say we don't know, then we don't lying. We saw him, true, but we have no idea when he went. He wordlessly shakes his head. Yoshiki did ask him not to tell Yamiko anything. Fearing he might blurt the truth out. If he opens his mouth, he simply nods. Sorry, Akana's waiting. Those parting words, he leaves the house. For the rest of the day, he can't focus on the class. It's a strange feeling, everything here around sound muffled, like there's a bubble around him. Is Sadashima in the class? That's my question. Because he was absent last time. Tried lines like, this will be on the test, just don't feel real. The same thoughts that have been haunting him since last night still torment his heart. By the time school ends, Kyoji has made up his mind. When homeroom ends, he immediately gets to his feet. Without even gathering his things, he bolts straight for the door. Akana approaches him suspiciously, gripping her bag. Oh god damn it, he wanted to go to the mansion and once again he bumped into Akana. Oh god damn it, Akana is going with him. Kyoji have like the worst luck ever.
あれ、きょうじどこに行くの？
Let's just tell her I'm going home. Maybe that's like convincing lie? Like, you know, I cannot like focus, I need to go home. She might go with us then, but we can play it out, right? Like we can go home together with her. She's going like back to her house and then we sneak out and go to the mansion. I would do that like this to protect Akana. Yeah, that would be my play. Let me know if you would play it like that. Maybe you would like just like go with her, who knows? I wonder like what you would do in this situation. If you would like to go to the mansion again. The bathroom, going to club?
行かなきゃいけない。
I sure can do that too, why not?
どうしようかと。
We'll get kicked off the team if you miss that too much practice. Hop to it now. He speaks curtly on her on purpose and leaves the classroom before she can reply. He jogs down the corridor for a while, turning around before going down the stairs. There's no sign of Akane following him. Okay? He does himself as he hurried down the stairs, taking them 2 steps at a time. Akane won't follow him now. I mean, she can see you through the window if you leave the school, right? So my idea about going home is better, I think. Because she can just like look through the window and see you, and then she will be like, this bastard, he just lied to me. He's going to the mansion again. He's concerned about the weird things Yuka said about her. But as long as she's in the club practice, she'll be surrounded by people. Which means she'll be out of harm's way. He swiftly changes into his street shoes and footlockers before sprinting across the schoolyard. As soon as he leaves the school building, he turns onto the road leading to Mount Nishimori. There's probably another hour or two before the sun sets. Despite that, the shade of the thick trees here makes it look as though night might already be fallen. He climbs up the steps, taking the side street, then goes down the trail. He seems to be walking along quite often recently. You can feel his pulse, probably frantically inside his skull. His breaths come short and fast, and his chest feels tight. But his mind is clear. Today he will go inside. He'll find out what happened to Yoshiki at all costs. Did Yoshiki go into that mansion? Is he still there? If he isn't, where did he go? How is his injured arm doing? Okay. Maybe it's not the fear that he did not want to succumb to. Maybe it's how do I call this in English? The regret? I don't mean regret like something similar to regret. Basically regretting like and being afraid of like, you know, it's my fault basically. Guilt. Oh, maybe he's afraid of feeling guilt because that will like weigh him down basically, and his like daily life will be like pretty much like not happy anymore because he will constantly think that it's my fault that we didn't find Yoshiki, we didn't enter the mansion, we don't know what happened, we're lying to Yamiko and stuff like that, you know. I think like he means that. But maybe not. Let me know in the comments what do you think. Like what kind of feeling he don't want to succumb to at this point. On the off chance something happened to him, if they are, say, keeping him there, Kyoji has to save him. Some part of him thinks these things can only happen in manga or video games, but it feels like, given what's going on between Yoshiki and Yuka, such a scenario is entirely possible. What if he got caught sneaking in? If he gets if he runs into Yuka's mother, that's fine. But if he's stopped by Yuka and Gore, he will just throw Yuka words back at them. I came here to see, she said to him. What is that not allowed? What? Is that not allowed? Yeah. It's fine, I will manage. At worst, even if they end up trapping him like last time, he made sure to leave his bag at school. Someone will eventually notice that, get suspicious and do something. That's a very smart thinking, okay. Kyoji actually used his brain, like to like his full capacity. He's getting smarter. Kyoji stands there, between the two large trees, that serve as the gate of sorts at the mansion, trying to muster his courage. Hiding in the shade of the trees, he slowly approaches the mansion. The large building is as silent as the grave, making his footsteps seems to echo more loudly than he would like. Also, yeah, I know I'm like talking kind of like negatively about Kyoji, but I'm fully aware actually that he behaves like normal teenager, I guess. It's not like everyone must be like, you know, I don't know. It's not Umineko basically. It's not like you are using like your brain to like solve the mystery stuff, like what the hell is happening. It's just like weird stuff happens when like you're a school student, and yeah, it's just like, you know, from reader perspective basically it just feels like kind of weird, right? But I get it from like character standpoint that he's like pretty much like realistic student. He have issues, yeah, sure, because he's like maybe not overprotective, but he's pretty bold basically. Like he feels like almost no fear. He's like fearless. That's abnormality. Yeah, there are but on the other hand, yes, there are people who are that brave. But sometimes it just doesn't make sense. Like he just go in without like any second thoughts, you know? But yeah, it's like, I guess, like perfectly normal human being. Hiding in the shade of trees, he slowly approaches the mansion. The large building is as silent as grave, making his footsteps seems to echo more loudly than he would like to. He remembers the back door they found yesterday. Maybe he would be able to get in through there. He silently makes his way back to the back door, but it's covered in vines, and if you try to get rid of them, then that would make noise. Noise. So the whole sneaking idea would fail. Upon closer inspection, he glimpsed around, golden object between the vines covering the door, probably a doorknob. He timidly pulls aside the vines and gingerly grabs into it. The metal chill clings to his palm as he twists the knob. It's open. Oh, so you don't have to like actually tear off the stuff. Okay. His heart pounds so hard it's almost painful. How did they not found it like last time? How is that possible? If that's so easy to enter. I mean, they didn't want it to enter last time, so probably if they found it, then they wouldn't go in anyway. He gently pushes on the door. The way it creaks as it cracks open makes his heart skip a few beats. The vines get in the way of its opening properly, but it's open enough to let him peek inside. His eyes aren't used to the dark, causing him to blink rapidly, but after a short time, the sight washes over him all at once. Threads of light spill in from the vine-covered window. The place is full of trash bags and dirty dishware. They aren't stuck together in a way, rather they appear to have been haphazardly discarded across the floor. But they've been using dishes, basically. Someone's been using dishes. It's not Yuka or Gore because they defy basically physics of like real world, so they don't need dishes. There's someone alive there. Maybe it's the dishes from like the mother. The room has been closed for so long the air has gone stale, reeking of the sour smell of excrement. There's no one be seen. Maybe he can sneak undetected now. As he peers inside, he tears away just enough of the vines to allow the door to open. Once the opening is wide enough for him to slip through, he goes inside. Okay, there we go again. A sink sits on the long wall of the oblong room. Opposite him is a filthy wooden door with a small glass window, its frame covered with a layer of dust. On the other side of that window is a long corridor. The interior is only as deathly silent. Yoshi can't feel anyone's presence. Maybe no one's home? The mansion is devoid of any and all sound. Okay, that's creepy. I think I've had this fault before. Yeah, like twice now. Yesterday in school and today. Actually yesterday in school and yesterday around the mansion. So yeah, pretty much Gore and Yuka are close. You're right. This sort of silence seems familiar to him, as if he experienced it recently. When was it again? Okay, he peers through the window in the door, confirming the corridor is empty, and reaches for the knob. But then he thinks he hears a small sound coming from the door behind him, the one he entered the mansion through. Oh? Someone's outside? Even as he opens the door in front of him, he's momentarily distracted by what's behind him. He hesitates for a split second. Should he turn around or not? Hi! Nice to meet you again. Can you please stop murdering my friends? Well, you still didn't murder any of my friends, but please can you stop do that? Can you like tell me where's Yoshiki maybe? That's why I'm here? Goji breath catches in his throat. Yuka's standing on the other side of the door. How? No one was there when he looked through the window. He only glanced away for a split second. How did she get there? I guess Gore just like teleported her there. Do something. Or like she's like a ghost and she cannot just disappear, you know? As Goji stands there, still unable to breathe properly, Yuka smiles at him. Yeah? You weren't there a second ago. When did you get there? Uh-huh. Yuka innocently takes his arms in hers. Is it the first time? Is it the first time when Yuka hands touches ours? The important question, do you feel warm from these hands or are they cold? Is this the ghastly hand? Like hand of death, or is it like actually human warm hand? Mother makes a real feast. Okay. You were so sure that he will come here. Yes. And you have mischievous smile and I don't like it. Yuka smiles again at confused Kyoji, then calls out, as if to no one in particular. Oh! Is Yoshiki too as well? Huh? Oh, for fuck's sake, Akane just followed us. See, that's why I said we should go home. Not like tell her that we are like somewhere. Just as... First of all, as I said, she can see this through the window. And the second, now I think about this, he left his bag in the school so someone will figure it out that he's gone. And Akane will be the first to figure it out. He went to the mansion. That's the two critical points and mistakes he did actually. I thought like leaving the bag is pretty smart. I mean, it was pretty smart, but... Yeah, I didn't took Akane into account. God damn it. Ah. He hears the door creak behind him. Akane comes into view, wearing an awkward expression. Akane, you... She says nothing, standing there with an unwavering expression as her lips burst. Oh god damn it. And standing behind her is dark-clad shadow Gore. Oh no, what's happened? No, no, no. What if like she didn't actually came here? What if Gore actually snitched her from the school and brought her here? This is scary. The dining hall isn't the kind you only ever see in the movies or TV shows, with a long dining table set for a meal. Sturdy pillars shine with a black luster. An expensive-looking chandelier hangs from the ceiling. Probably it once lit up the room brilliantly, but now one of its chains has snapped and just hangs there at the angle. There's a thick layer of dust all over it. The wallpaper, which was once adorned with trendy floral patterns, is now covered with conspicuous unidentifiable stains. This is the mansion actually. I just realized this picture is basically the mansion. Even in this picture it's old. Interesting. Because this is a painting, right? And even in this painting it looks old and like with the vines. If you think about this, if that's the old painting, the mansion should be not covered in vines. It should be like new or like old, but like while people still live there. Unless it's a painting of like someone made this painting like later. Yeah, sometimes I take too many informations like from the background, you know? I know. This who watch Umineko knows that I analyze backgrounds and character designs a lot. Kyoji and Takada were pretty much marched into the room, but as soon as they entered, Gore went off somewhere. Right now, the only people in this room are Akane, Kyoji and Yuka. The table setting suggests a full course meal. Silver knives and forks gleam in the dusty room. Kyoji whispers to Akane, who's sitting next to him. Why did you come here? Yeah, okay, so she actually followed him. And why do you think I came alone? What was the point of doing that if you just follow me anyway? Yeah, they caring about each other, but... yeah, that is difficult. We care about Akane, Akane cares about us, we don't want to get each other into trouble. But we take us, like, each of us into trouble anyway. That's predicament. I mean, you and Gore? You don't... Okay. Yuka, who's seated in the far end of the table, rests her chin in her hands, asking Akane that question with curious expression. Nothing. Kyoji says bitterly. Even when he's merely seated next to her, he can tell that Akane's tensing up. Prank, huh? Yeah. Seems like maybe Kyoji threat works. She doesn't seem really extremely hostile. She just like behave, you know. Just don't like her, but she's not agitating anything. You called it a prank? We have an idea what we went through down there? Consuming with anger, Kyoji instinctively grabs a fistful of the tablecloth, causing the beautifully laid out silverware to rattle discontently atop the table. Sure. You think you have any right to say that? Wow, we are getting scolded by Yuka. You little... Kyoji almost lunges at Yuka, but as he stands up, Akane desperately grabs onto his shirt. Looking down, he sees Akane shake her head, her expression stiff and frightened. That's right, this isn't what we came here today to talk about. He settles back into his chair and glares at Yuka. Where's the old man? He came here, didn't he? It takes all of the willpower to keep his voice down. Yuka brings a hand to her mouth and unleashes an ominous giggle. Okay, can you answer the question though? For some reason, Yuka proudly puffs herself up. I mean, yeah, you are like the youngest here. At least like you are looking like the youngest. Who knows your real age? That's not the point. Did he came here or not? Okay, so where he is? I'm afraid of like finding out though. He's surprised she nods. And? Where is he now? Did he leave already? Oh god damn it. Why are you playing like that? Yuka leans forward, her hands still folded on her chin. Large eyes glint with amusement, and as always they seem fixed entirely at Kyoji. Stop playing games. If you know where he is, just tell me. I just got a thought. I just got a thought! Oh god! I just got a thought. Full course meal. What if they make him... What if they murdered him and just like going to serve him now? That's going to be like traumatic as fuck. I just realized that could be a thing. Holy shit! Rip Yoshiki! At that point, Akane, who has held her tongue thus far, gently tries to ask Yuka a question, but the girl only has eyes for Kyoji. Yeah, you could even not exist for her. And so, with her gaze still fixed solely on Kyoji, Yuka coldly snaps at Akane. Yeah. How dare you? Akane sighs, Kyoji's sleeve again, holding him back. Yeah, Akane, that's the problem. Yuka don't want Kyoji to leave. She just wants you to leave. So yeah, that's going to help. For the first time, Yuka turns to look at Akane. Yeah, pretty much what I said. He shudders, Akane too, at the loss of words. Why is girl so fixated on him when they only just met a few days ago? Yeah, that's my question, like, this whole time. I don't know. I have few theories, which I said in the beginning of the game, but since that I don't know what's why. It feels like nothing they said is getting through her. Nothing about her makes sense. That's the only way Kyoji can put it. Akane doesn't answer Yuka's question, simply gripping Kyoji's hand under the tablecloth. Although Akane is shivering slightly, she keeps her eyes fixed resolutely on Yuka. Yuka scoffs at her and glances towards the back of the room. Momone. So Yuka's mother's name is Momone, I guess. Hey, what about her question? Oh, for fuck's sake, so I was right. What the actual fuck? We have cannibals now? Akane's explanation of suspicious is interrupted by the two sudden knocks on the door. Akane gets to her feet with a smile. Yuka gets. It was Gore who had opened the door. As Yuka's mother, Kyoji assumes that this is who Momone must be. It almost looks like Gore is cradling her to his breast. What? Yeah. She isn't using her cane to help her walk today. Her hands are filled with a large silver platter covered by cloth. One is unsteady. She walks in with wobbling, precocious steps. It looks like she might drop the platter at any moment. It's hard to watch. The woman's low, shuffling steps fill Kyoji with a terrible impatience. Gore walks behind her, seemingly supporting her in a manner that almost looks chivalrous. They focusing way too much of this on this plate. They so focusing on this so too much. No, that's wrong. As Momone comes closer, Kyoji needs her bro. Gore is forcing Momone to walk. His fingers dip sharply into her arm, though her fraying cardigan. The woman looks even more sickly than she did the last time Kyoji saw her. Her lips are drained of color. They sit white and dry amid her pale face. Despite that, her bulging eyes are completely bloodshot, dyed almost entirely crimson with angry red lines. Her eyeballs constantly twitch in all directions, and her cheeks tremble with tension. When she passes Kyoji, she leaves a sour stench of drying sweat in her wake. And more than anything, her body is constantly shaking to the point where it's abnormal. It feels like a long time passed until Momone places the silver platter between Kyoji and Yuka. As she places the tray on the table with an extremely heavy sound, Momone let out a tormented moan. Her labored breathing, so close to him, sends a shiver down Kyoji's spine. God damn it! Yuka places a hand on her hip while thrusting her finger towards Momone. Momone is really human actually, and she's basically a slave to Gore and Yuka. This is so fucked up. I feel even worse for her now than I felt before. Oh god. Momone takes a step back, shrinking away. Greasy sweat beads across her temples. It's so Yoshiki. It's so him. Gore laughs, his shoulders shaking. He bounces up and down like a rubber ball. Momone looks absolutely terrified. She and Yuka don't like mother and daughter at all. Don't look like, yeah. It's more like Yuka is Momone's master. Yeah, pretty much. No hiding her annoyance, Yuka roughly grabs Momone's arm. The guy forces Momone to hands to close around the close handle. No! Yuka high-pitched, clear voice intertwines with Momone's screeching and Gore metallic laughter as the claws rise. Resting on the silver tray is a colorful assortment of vegetables. Okay, that's fine. Radishes, celery, carrots, bay leaves, and... Akane clings to Kyoji. Kyoji screams something out too, even without realizing it. Resting on the silver tray is the human arm. Holy fuck. Oh, rip. The severed cross-section exposed a bone jutting from its center. The yellowish fat coated with blood is surrounded by reddish swollen flesh. More blood is splattered over the vegetables. Yummy! Like before them is what once was a part of human body, now reduced an object, a mass. Kyoji pulls races so quickly. It feels like his whole body has become his heart. He can't budge an inch. His body is frozen in place, refusing to move. No, it's not his body that has frozen. His very spirit is paralyzed. Oh, sorry. A shrill sound fills the dining hall, finally freed from Yuka's grasp. Momone flings the clothes from her hand. I swear they made her to prepare it. They made her to prepare it. This is so fucking traumatic. This is such a trauma. What the fuck is... Oh god damn it. I wonder if they forced her to eat as well. What the fuck? Momone whimpers, wordlessly stumbling upon the back like a hysterical child and landing on her backside. She scrambles away on all fours, only to shriek again when she comes across the clove she herself threw. Seeing the... It's not a clove, it's cloche. Seeing the cloche lying at their feet, Kyoji Akane finds the strength to get up and avoid it. It merely covers the platter, but it feels like the repulsive is the arm it conceals. Yuka. Okay. Sure, nothing scary about that. As Momone cowers on the floor and bridles her head, Yuka kicks her in amusement while pointing at the arm sitting on the table. Yeah. Pendant. There's human arms sitting on the plate. What does pendant have to do with? Yeah, Akane clings to Kyoji, shaking uncomfortably. She gulps in shock. Just then, the sight before him properly registered in his mind. The thin leather cord is coiled around the wrist, holding a strange stone. That's... There's no mistaking it. It's the pendant Yoshiki was wearing. And on top of that, those calloused and slightly flattened fingers. They had clearly held down the strings of the guitar, bled, healed, and hardened anew. The guitarist's fingers. So that's your answer. That's your... And that's your answer, Kyoji? That's your, like, okay. I mean, he's in shock and stuff, and yeah, this is the answer Yuka gives him. All the fears drains from Kyoji. Anger boils in his place. It feels like all blood in his body sipping with pure rage. He played the guitar so well. Kyoji never had a man like him. Kyoji never had a man like him in his life before. Kyoji didn't like him at first, but it's not like they spoke all that much either. They probably spent less than a single day worth of time together. But there was something they may just want to talk to him. Something told him that talking to this man would make him gain something he would never know before, and would otherwise never learn. But Yoshiki can't play the guitar anymore. Far from it. Yuka folds her arms. Great. No? Okay. trouble of cutting it off. Okay, what is the rest of the body then? Because, okay, first of all, there's slight chance that Yoshki's still alive. It's just a hand, okay? It's just a hand. But then Yuka furrows her brow in displeasure. Okay, because of the pendant. So now, Kyoji, grab that thing and you have the weapon. That's the only effective thing against them. Or better, give it to Akane, so that she's protected, she can wear it. And it's like, they will not be able to approach her. This is like the best, this is like perfect solution. Her whisper almost sounds like she's muttering to herself. There isn't so much of the hint of regret or remorse to her words. Her voice is utterly cold. Even someone who accidentally broke an object would surely express more emotion. After anger fills Kyoji's body, filling his vision with so much red it bloods out the color of the blood before him. He starts to step forward, spurred by so much anger it has blown away all conscious thought. But before he can get far, someone else lunges past him. Just then a sharp crack reverberates through the whole dining hall. Oh shit! I kinda slapped Yuka! Holy fuck! Okay, I didn't expect that. That's Akane. Just a moment ago, she's trembling behind him. Now her features are confronted in anger as she stands before Yuka, her hand still on the girl's cheek. Akane? He pulls her back by the shoulder, stopping her from grabbing Yuka. Akane, stop. He tries to interrupt her. Yuka is motionless. She hasn't looked up or said a word. It's somehow that is the scariest reaction she could make. It terrifies Kyoji, makes him fear she's planning to do something to Akane. Yeah? Akane keeps shouting, ignoring Kyoji's attempts to stop her when Yuka steers. Akane instantly starts to shiver. In a snap, she's pale and silent. As he stands facing Akane between her and Yuka behind him, Kyoji peers into Akane's eyes and sees Yuka's reflection in them. She's smiling. Great! Even with Yuka disheveled hair covering her face, Kyoji can see her lips sticking out from between her bangs, twisting upwards into a smile. He fearfully turns around, seeing her large eyes fixed onto Akane's as they glint menacingly, almost predatory. These words punctured an outbreak of pandemonium. Oh no, Gore! Oh no! Kyoji, grab that pendant, throw it at him. Throw it at Akane, actually. Do it! I mean, Kyoji don't know that this thing... I mean, Yuka gave him the hint. They cannot touch it. Do it! Like, help Akane with this. Gore lets out a high-pitched sound, spraying in the air and lands behind Akane. He lifts his arms in a dance-like movement, then swings them back down her. Akane. Kyoji reflexively pushes her out of the way, causing Gore's arms to slice through the empty air. Kyoji doesn't know what Gore is up to, but some instincts of his warns him that whatever he's planning is dangerous. Yeah, and you know what? I think we'll see what he's planning in the next episode. Unless I will cut this into this one. Because it depends, like, what will happen, I guess, and how much of the story I have left. But yeah, we found the hand of Yoshiki, so yeah, but we also have the weapon now. We have his pendant. We got a hint from Yuka that they cannot touch it, so there's possibility that Kyoji will figure it out and throw it at Akane to save her. Because throwing it at Gore is like pretty much pointless because he can just avoid it, but throwing the Akana is totally different thing. She cannot avoid it, they cannot block it, and if she grabs it, then she's protected, right? So maybe we'll be fine. Before like they kill Akana, I mean, Choji threatened Yuka before that he will not forgive her. Maybe he needs to remind her that. Anyway, we'll see us in the next episode. So next episode will start pretty intense, I would say. So yeah, thank you everyone for being with me. Leave a like if you like the episode. Check my Discord, become a member if you would like to support me and see the episodes earlier, and subscribe if you have not subscribed yet to see more of the Gore Screaming Show. So yeah, thank you everyone for being with me, and for now Pocket Watch, let's go.